Okay, we are on. It's time to get started. Come over here and have a seat. Welcome to our welcome to our backyard. We're glad to have you with us as we're kind of starting something a little bit different, as to be able to keep creating new content until we can get back to the parks. We're starting kind of a series of sharing our favorite recipes with you as we go through the rest of the fall and into the winter, and we have some great things coming up for you.
Yeah, they are definitely going to be fed well. That's for sure.
I think we're planning, kind of roughly planning for next Saturday. Dawn has a series of her favorite park recipes that she has, that she's collected, and she's bringing you one of those. We're gonna produce a thing to put baby back ribs together. We're gonna have to just produce and post that one because that's going to take about 5 or 6 hours to be able to do that. So we'll have to do that one and produce that one for you and put it together to where you can see it. But we're planning on doing that as well, and a number of other things coming up also. We'll get started with those all today. As today we're going to share a recipe that we found online, and we just kind of instantly fell in love with it. As we've been making it. Dawn really can't have it as much as I do anymore because of her dietary restrictions, but I still make it for me, and I love it. It's a grilled corn salad with a basil vinaigrette that goes on top of it. It's great, and we certainly want to make it for you and offer you the way to be able to get the recipe so you can make it for yourselves as well.
Yeah, when I did eat it, it's very good. We definitely loved it. We found it watching Food Network. So get a shout out to them, Food Network, and this recipe comes from Bobby Flay. And it's just overall a really good outdoor, great item to bring to a picnic or a barbecue, and it's awesome. It tastes great.
Yep, it does. So if you're joining us here, let us know where you're watching. Get a chance to like the channel. Even subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. But we're glad to have you with us, and we can kind of get started getting things put together here. As again, Dawn's kind of monitoring the chat, so she can take your comments and answer your questions. Oh yeah, we have dogs that live behind us as we're out on our back porch. So if the dogs start to get a little yappy like they are now, you'll understand why. So let me go back here. We'll get the charcoal, which has been going. We'll get that set up, get the grill set up, and we'll get the corn put on the grill here.
Yep. Now we have in the past kind of tweaked this recipe also ourselves. And so we're doing the version off of the recipe, but we're going to kind of tell you here and there things that we've done to tweak it to our liking, and we encourage you to do the same thing and tell us about how you would tweak it, or when you make it, let us know afterward what the different things that you've done with it. So.
And I guess the big thing first is we've cut the recipe down because the recipe calls for grilling 8 ears of corn.
Right.
But we've cut that in half. We're only doing 4.
And it's only him who's eating it normally, so.
You want to hand me the corn, please?
Yep.
So again, if you're in the chat, let us know where you're watching from here today as we get the corn on the grill.
Yeah, and it doesn't take that long once it's grilled and you get the fire going, grilled corn's pretty easy to do. And we have a cute little trick on how we how we take the kernels off the corn on the cob once we get that done. So we have a cute little trick that we use for that.
Yep, and we'll show you that coming up here in just a little bit as well. So while those are going, I'll grab the basil. We'll start getting this stuff put together for making the dressing. So this is This is just store-bought basil. You could get fresh at your local grocer if you have it. You can also look for, they come in these handy little containers, 12, 14 strands of basil that cost you a couple of bucks. Not that big a deal.
Or, if all else fails, if you can't find any of that, they have like tubes of already prepared seasonings already in your grocer produce section. So you can also use that if you needed to.
So the idea is we want about 10, 12 leaves off of these stalks of basil. If you're going to use the one out of the tube like Don was just mentioning, you want to use about a quarter or a third of the tube of basil. So we'll just tear the leaves off, try to get just the leaves as much as we can.
Say some for garnish.
Yeah. So that should probably be enough. Throw that in there. Oh, you want that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let you have that. While we wait for that to happen, we'll go back here and check the corn here real quick.
Yeah, it's definitely sizzling back there, I'll tell you that.
Now the idea is we don't want the corn to get completely black, but you want to get some color on it. So you want to turn them periodically and just let them go that way.
Shady Lady P, how are you today? Glad you could join us. We're doing good. We're youngsters at heart, just grilling away today. We're missing the park.
Yes, we are.
So
Absolutely. So while that continues to go, we need to have some onion for after the both that we'll add in. The knife there.
got your knife.
Yeah. So we want to cut up some onion here. Let me put this over here. That we're going to add to the final after we get it all put together. We'll add in some onion to it. One of the other ways Don talks about that we periodically change and experimented with this recipe a little bit. One of the other things that we've done is just we've gotten stalks of green onion, 4 or 5 stalks, chop them up into bits, drop them in there, and then when we whiz up the dressing, those will get all incorporated in there as well.
And it's really good. It's a really good vinaigrette. You don't have to, you could use that vinaigrette on any salad, not just this one. I mean, that's how good the vinaigrette is when you end up making it.
So we want to take and kind of cut up these onions almost into a dice. I kind of should have gone around about doing this dice a little bit differently, but didn't today.
And this is what you're putting in the blender, right?
No.
No, you're putting this in the salad.
This is going to go into the salad itself.
Okay.
So kind of cut it up a little bit. Make the pieces just a little bit smaller. Okay.
Okay, you want a bowl for that?
Yes, please. Yeah, I guess it's not going to work that way. Okay, so there's our onions. We'll set those aside and we'll come back to those here in just a couple of minutes. And put this back in the bag. So,
okay.
So use just a little bit of onion we use, not a whole lot.
And what particular kind of onion was this again that we...
That's just a sweet onion.
Sweet onion, okay.
So, We're going
We
to,
also have an avocado over there.
yeah, we'll wait to cut that up.
Okay.
That way it doesn't get oxidized sitting out here.
Okay.
So we'll bring our basil leaves back over here, and we'll kind of start putting the dressing together. As we're going to put a third of a cup of, we use apple cider vinegar. The recipe calls for just a regular vinegar, a rice wine vinegar, a quarter cup. We're going to use a third, and we're going to dump that in here. And we're making just an emulsion, really, with a vinaigrette. So it's 1 part acid to 2 parts base, and we'll get the motor over here for the blender. Doesn't look like very much in there, does it?
Mm-mm. Well, he's just putting the green onion in it for us.
So let's, so we got, sorry guys, it's going to be a little noisy here for a second. What we don't want to do is we want to try to get all the leaves that are kind of whizzed up here a little bit.
You want me to get a wooden spoon?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you want me to go get a wooden spoon?
We'll just use one of these, it's fine.
Okay.
Just kind of move things around here a little bit. We need to get all the leaves start to get incorporated.
And normally we have our own green onion in there, so it doesn't, there's more in it. Shady leaves. Shady Lady P says rice wine vinegar sweeter, isn't it? Apple cider vinegar for healing benefits. This isn't raw apple cider vinegar. This is just a store brand that we buy for just regular for marinating and doing our barbecue and our ribs and things like that. Come on.
There it goes. Getting there. Move it around a little bit one more time.
There you go. We need to move that corn. I can start to smell it.
Okay. We'll just roll it around a little bit.
Yeah.
So Dawn's going to go move the corn around. Make sure we want to get color on it. We don't want to burn it. We want to make sure we get some color on it.
I got a little toasty. Okay, I flipped it over.
Okay. That won't open. Okay, so we want to start making an emulsion. We put a third of a cup of the vinegar in there. Now we want to add a third of a cup of oil twice. So we'll start with one. We'll pour it out before we turn on the blender again. And let's start to dump this in. Want to drizzle it in slowly. pour it in too fast, it'll break the emulsion. So just let it drizzle. Put a little bit more in because I added a little bit extra vinegar just to get a little extra fluid in there. Okay, we'll turn that off for a second. And we want a little bit of salt and pepper. Really good ground pepper. Good pinch of salt in there. Okay, now here's where, just turn around here for a second. Is it getting to the point where you need to come off?
Yeah.
Okay. There's the
Yep.
plate right there. So we're gonna pull the corn off, and as soon as one more step to do to the dressing here, and we can move on past that. Okay. The
Sit over here so it doesn't melt the thing.
The thing about using the vinegar is it leaves a little bit of just a little bit of an edge to it when you taste it. So we try to, and the recipe calls for it as well, add just a little bit of sugar to it and take that edge off the vinegar. Mm-hmm. So I want to taste and see how much of it is.
Not ready yet.
Good tablespoon, maybe just a little bit extra. And we'll mix that up in there as well.
Welcome in, everybody. Let us know where you're coming from, what you're doing today. Glad you could join us. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It always helps us out, helps out our channel. Thank you so much.
And this is where you're doing it to taste. So you put the sugar in, mix it all up, and then get another little bit on the spoon. Good. So we have our vinaigrette is done. The basil leaves. We use apple cider vinegar. Again, the recipe calls for rice wine vinegar, some oil, salt, pepper, and then just a little bit of sugar at the end, just to kind of take that little bitter edge off. So we have that all done. That's ready. We'll come back to that here in just a couple of minutes. And put the cord underneath there. There we go. And now Dawn's going to walk you through how she gets all the corn off the cob. And we saw this on Food Network. I forget who it was that we saw you doing this. Maybe the Neelys or somebody.
Could have been.
But using just a bundt cake pan ring.
You can see all my scratch marks from it because, needless to say, I've done that several times.
And it makes it very easy to get the corn off the cob, and you don't have to go chasing it around. It's all in one location. If you hand me the phone, I'll watch the chat while you're doing that.
So what I do is I put a towel down first because I don't want it to slip and slide. Then I just stick this on top. Now nothing's going to go through the hole for the most part because that's where your cobs are going to go. I'm going to grab a towel because this is still hot. And I want to make sure. And I just hold the towel here like on one side. Have the other. I need the knife, please, sir. And you're just going to go down here. You're just going to slice down, getting those kernels off the cob. Take your time. And then you want to rotate it again to be able to get your knife in there. This can be a little messy, but this works great. And your kernels are going right into the butt pan, so they're not going all over your counter. You're not trying to, you know, put it into a bowl right away. Now, I have seen people who have done the bowl inside of a bowl, like turned over, and they've done it that way. And see, and when you're done, you just have the kernel left over. So that's what we're doing here. And you kind of rotate
And that's not the kernel you used to work for.
No. I ran a KFC for many years. And back in the day, there in California.
But this is a great trick. Again, I don't remember who we saw doing.
I don't
this
either.
first,
I just know that we picked it up, I'm sure, on Food Network.
Yeah.
So we've watched Food Network for many years. Love it. It's one of our favorite channels, besides our YouTube channels.
You don't have to worry about getting exactly every kernel off of there.
No, but I mean it's. And then you just keep rotating it so it doesn't always build up in one section.
And again, if you're joining us today and you've got several people with us in the chat, give us a like. Let us know where you're watching from. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Do us a big favor with doing that. We have the dog's attention, though.
Yeah, I know. They're enjoying the
Okay, we got one more.
stream here.
Sure.
Yep. You just hold the towel so you don't burn your fingers, because these are hot.
Yes,
So.
they are.
Okay, so that's basically what you got.
Okay, let's go.
When you're all done.
Show them what you got there.
There, move that for me. So by the time you're all done, this is what you have. You have all the kernels together. It's a good amount. Those 4 kernels, like I say, it does make a lot. So if you're making a full recipe, you will have quite a bit. And then I just need the bowl.
Get the mixing bowl here for you. Whoa. The sink broke. Gotta be kidding me.
Well, these have been weather worn.
We need to go replace a chair.
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
Here, want to try sitting in mine?
It's all right.
Let's see here. So we're going to take this and put the corn in here. Okay, there's that part.
Okay. And before we go any further, we have the onions to go on there, but we also, the finished product, do you want to go adjust the camera now that I have to stand?
Yep.
Actually, pull the whole picture back so I can still see the table. There you go.
Here we go.
We're going to dice up some avocado that will go inside the finish that you can use as a dressing on the a garnish, I should say, on the.
Oh, that's a nice one too.
It's a nice, good-looking avocado. So we're just gonna dice it up, make lines here both directions.
Now this recipe does call for like grape tomatoes or cherry tomatoes. He is not a tomato fan.
No.
So we avoid that. But the recipe does call for it. And again, if you want this recipe, we're happy to share it. Just send us a email to themeparkseniors@gmail.com and we'll be happy to send you the recipe.
Yes, and again, we need to recognize our friends at Food Network. It's actually a Bobby Flay recipe.
Mm-hmm.
It is a very good avocado. You want to do both sides?
Sure, yeah, go ahead. He's eating this for lunch with his chicken that he did a couple days ago. Welcome in, everybody. Glad you could all join us. Thanks so much for coming along.
We're grateful that it's a kind of an overcast day.
Yeah.
Here it's kind of like Southern California, although it's not. We live about 12 hours away from the park. That it could be well up into the 90s by this time of the day here, especially. So we kind of got lucky that it's to work outside here today. That it's kind of overcast and a little bit cool, so that's good. All right.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and give the dressing another quick mix. And then we want to put some in here. Remember, don't add too much. We can always add some more later, but you can't take away. So we'll put some in there and kind of mix it up. And by doing this, you can also kind of break up the pieces of the corn when they get stripped off the husk, or off the cob rather. Some of them come off in big pieces. You can kind of give those a little whack, and break them up into other smaller pieces. Looks like we need a little bit more. And remember, you can add or subtract as much of the dressing as you want to put in or not put in.
So again, the original recipe does have like grape or cherry tomatoes halved in the recipe, but if you don't like them like he doesn't, then he just omits them from the recipe itself.
Just a little touch more.
You want the bowl or the plate?
A bowl.
Bowl.
See how well you can see this or not. Maybe you can walk over here a little bit closer. It's not real wet, but there's enough in there to cover everything. We're going to transfer this into a nice little serving bowl. Okay. Move some of the dirty utensils around here. Clean off what we're doing. Okay, so now we have our salad ready to serve. I'm gonna get a nice spoonful.
And we always put the avocado and onion, in this case with our onion, or if you had the tomatoes, you could always put them on the side. You don't have to mix them into the salad. So if you have people who aren't big fans of those particular ingredients, You can just set it on the side, and it works just as well.
Okay, so a little bit of the onion that we cut up on top. This is crumbled blue cheese. There we go. You use this. A lot of times we use feta as well, but it's a nice crumble, and we're just going to sprinkle that along on the top.
Yeah, because blue cheese has gluten in it, so we do a lot of feta, and it works great. It's a great alternative.
And feta, if you've never had it, it's kind of it's a goat's milk cheese. It's kind of tangy. It has a little bit of a different taste to it. So if you've never had feta, I suggest trying it. You have a fork out here?
I do not.
Okay. So then we're gonna, after we put the cheese on, we're gonna put just a couple pieces of the avocado dice.
There you go.
Okay. Why don't you go show it to them?
And then this is your salad when it is all completely done. A nice, again, barbecue salad or side dish, or a dish, honestly, for any night. You know, if you have a way of grilling your corn indoors too. Some people do have that option.
Yeah. So it's very good. It goes great with barbecue. Generally, when we make it, we make baby back ribs. We'll generally do this, and maybe some coleslaw on the side, or some baked beans. But it's a very good alternative to a lot of the salads that you might use for whatever. It's scrumptious. It's healthy. It's got a lot of corn in it, and it's very good. It's a very good salad to try out. We invite you to try it. Give it a try. Email us for the copy of the recipe. We'll be more than happy to send it to you. It's themeparkseniors@gmail.com. So let's give this a try. What do you say?
Go right ahead. I unfortunately, due to my allergies, can't have it. So, but it looks great. It smells good too.
Very good.
Yeah, the dressing smells phenomenal. It's really good recipe.
As we told you earlier, a lot of times if we put green onions into the vinaigrette, you can really taste the difference of the green onion not being in there.
Yeah, I bet. It still smells awesome though.
Yeah, it is. It's good. So that is our corn salad. Any questions or anything we need to?
Let's see here. Would sun-dried tomatoes be too overpowering a flavor?
That's a good question. I don't know. I got to be honest. I don't eat tomatoes.
He doesn't.
You know,
And salsa, that's his limit. So,
yeah.
sun-dried tomatoes, they might be. It does call for fresh. Calls for 1 pint sweet tomatoes, cherry tomatoes halved. So the more sweet aspect is what this recipe calls for. So I would think I would experiment. You never know. It might be what your flavor likes.
And you're adding the sweet aspects, the tomatoes and things, and avocado. Is still another effort to balance out the vinegar. Try to still get rid of that bitter aspects of the vinegar taste. But so you try to add as much of the sweet things you can to it to try to balance out that taste.
Now, what are your feelings on if they wanted like honey versus sugar, or something else?
I think that'd work in any sweet component that would take that edge off of the vinegar. I think would work well.
Okay. Yep. She said that she prefers grape tomatoes rather than cherry, but that's a preference, and I'm with you on that. I love tomatoes, and so yeah, I would say I'm definitely a grape fan over cherry tomatoes.
Okay. So that's our grilled corn salad. Again, if you like the recipe, email us at themeparkseniors@gmail.com, and we can send that right back to you, and you can try that recipe at home for yourself. The plan right now is to be back next Saturday with another recipe for you. See if we can get Dawn to do one of her Disneyland park favorites that we have the recipes for, and we'll talk more about that. And we'll kind of let you know what's coming up with that during the week. But that kind of wraps up our little demonstration today of the grilled corn salad.
Yeah, thank you all for joining us. We so appreciate it. Again, like, subscribe, and hit that notification button that way you know when we're coming on live.
Also hit the share button as well. Let your friends know about us, as we'll have a lot of stuff that we're going to be doing, and hopefully we'll be back in the parks here again very, very soon. As soon as work schedules will allow for us to travel back to Southern California.
Yeah, and we will be putting together some videos from the parks that we have. So we will be doing those shortly. We're just trying to kind of balance everything, getting back into the swing of it all.
Okay. So that'll wrap up our little demonstration for today. For my wife Dawn, I'm Dan. We are the Theme Park Seniors. Thanks for watching, and we'll look for you again next time. Have a great day.
Bye, everyone.
Shut it off.
Okay, how do I do that? How do I do that?
Just hit the end button in the upper right-hand corner.